Hello, welcome once again to this Life No Balance YouTube channel. Today we are looking at SASSA Old Age Pension Grants, the eligibility and benefit, and how to apply for this grant. So let's first of all take a look at the eligibility and then the qualification of this. So the first thing that you need to be is to be a South African citizen, permanent resident or refugee. You must also live in South Africa. You should not be receiving any other social grant for yourself and not to be cared for in a state institution. You shouldn't be earning more than 86,280 rands if you are single, and then you should not also be earning or have an annual income of 172,560 if you are married. And in case you have an asset, it shouldn't be worth more than 1,227,600 rands. That is if you are single, and if you are married, your total assets should not worth more than 2,455,200 rands if you are married. Now, here are the documents that you must have to submit in order to start the application process. All right, so the first one is your ID. Okay, your ID document is very, very important. The second one is your marital status. Okay, yes, like marriage certificate or whatever, as a proof that you are married or divorced or whatever, if it is only applicable. And then proof of residence. So they should also show a proof of residence. And in case you have any income or have assets that's giving you dividends, you need to also provide a proof of your assets, and then the value of the property you own, proof of your private pension if you have, and then your bank statement of the previous 3 months. You need to bring your bank statement for the past 3 months. If you're also once employed, then you need a proof of unemployment insurance fund membership or a discharge certificate from your previous employer. If your spouse died for the last 5 years, then there should be a copy of the will and a first and final liquidation and distribution of accounts where applicable. That is if your spouse had died. And then here, in case you don't have any ID, then this is what you need to do. First of all, you must complete an affidavit on a standard SASSA format in the presence of a commissioner of oath who is not a SASSA official. Take note, the commissioner of oath should not be a SASSA official. You must also bring a sworn statement signed by a reputable person like a counselor, traditional leader, social worker, minister of religion, or school principal who can verify your name and age. The SASSA official will take your fingerprints. You'll be referred to the Department of Home Affairs to apply for the ID while your application is processed. If you don't get an ID, your grant will be suspended. Okay, so this process is to help you get an ID for that particular period. But in case you don't have it, then it will be suspended until you get an ID. Then how then do you apply? There are 2 ways to apply for old age grants. Okay, there are 2 ways to do that. The first one is the offline. It's the traditional one that we have been doing over all these years. Okay, now what is what you're going to do? You go to South Africa, SASSA office nearest to where you live. So any near SASSA office to where you live, okay, then you're going to complete the application form. Remember, they will provide you the application form, and then you complete it in the presence of a SASSA officer. Okay, note that only you as the applicant or SASSA officer may complete the application form. The officer will interview you and tell you if you qualify for the grant. Then again, you will be given a receipt. Take note of this. Keep it as proof that you applied. Keep that particular receipt as a proof. Now, in case you are too old or sick to travel to the office to apply, a family member or friend can apply on your behalf. The person should take a letter from you or a doctor's note saying why you cannot visit the office. Okay, now when you go to the online application, this is what you're going to do. Now look at the website address put here. You are going to go there on that particular website using your smartphone or computer or laptop. Okay, then you go and create an account. You click on apply for grant button and then upload all the required documents and then you submit. Now here is a glimpse of the website when you visit. So you can see the step 1 is where you need to register a new account. So here you are new to the site, so you're going to register. They will ask you for certain details, they create a password, an email and everything. And then you come back again and then you click on the apply for a grant. And then you're going to submit or upload all the needed documents. And then you submit your application. Now when may your grant be reviewed? Yeah, at times your grant may be reviewed. This is what happens. So SASSA can decide if your grant must be reviewed. Your income as declared when you apply for the grant will form the basis for this decision. Yes, your income might be the reason why they have to review. And then secondly, you will be notified 3 months in advance of the date when the review will take place, or the date on which the life certificate, which is the proof that you are still alive, is due. So if you receive your money through the bank, an institution or a procurator, you are required to fill in the life certificate at the SASSA office every year. This wants to make sure that you are still alive so that they will continue giving you the grant. When may your grant be suspended? Yes, your grant may be suspended due to the following reason: when your circumstances change, when the outcome of a review, and if you fail to cooperate when your grant is being reviewed. Yes, it might lead your grant to be suspended. And then when you commit fraud or misrepresent yourself, that one too can lead to your grant being suspended. If there was a mistake when your grant was approved, yes, it could be a human error or whatever. All right, when will your grant lapse or stop? So the first thing is that in case you pass out or you pass away, your grant will be stopped. Or you are admitted to a state institution, your grant will stop. There is some conditions that has to be met at the state institution there. And then the third thing is that you do not claim for 3 consecutive months. So take note of this. If you fail to collect your grant for 3 consecutive months continuously, so like July didn't collect, August didn't collect, September didn't collect, it's a clear indication that your grant will be stopped. And then you are absent from the country. Okay, remember, for you to qualify, you must be somebody residing in South Africa. How much will you get and how would you be paid? Okay, so this is the current amount that old age pensions they receive. Okay, yes, the maximum amount that you will get is 2,180 rands per month. Now, if you are older than 75 years, you will get 2,200 rands. You have to know that adjustments are made in April and then October every year. Yes, from time to time they make upward adjustment of the amount. Now, how then are you going to be paid? Yes, there are certain cash, they can collect certain cash at specific pay point on a particular day. Electronic deposit into your bank or post bank account. Here you might incur some charges for their services. And in some institutions too, like old age homes, you can also receive your money there. Now, in case you are unable to collect the money yourself, you can appoint a procurator at the SASSA office or give someone what we call the power of attorney to collect the grant on your behalf. Now, these are frequently asked questions. Let's see how to go about it. What if your application is not approved? Now, this is what we're going to do. If your application is not approved, SASSA will inform you in writing why your application was unsuccessful. If you disagree with the decision, you can appeal to the Minister of Social Development at the National Department of Social Development. You must appeal within 90 days of being notified that your application was unsuccessful. Okay, now, how long does it take? Yes. So it may take up to 3 months to process your application. So if you're applying and maybe you want to know how long it will take. So if your grant is approved, you'll be paid from the date on which you applied. Yes. So if it took you 3 months for it to be completed, they'll pay you for that particular 3 months and then continue from there. How much does it cost? Yes, virtually you don't pay anything. You don't pay anything. The application is free, the service is free, and nobody should collect money from you. But in case you want to do it online, the only thing that maybe you may need to buy is internet services or whatever. So as SASSA has always continued to be informing its recipients, in case you have any problem, you want enquiries, you are always advised to contact this official customer care number, okay, 0800 60 10 100 or 0800 601011. Remember, this update is brought to you by This Life No Balance YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment in the comment section below.